Live from the KATV River Market Studio in downtown Little Rock, this is Channel 7 Good Afternoon Arkansas with Alicia Dover, Ansley Watson, and weather with meteorologist Barry Brand.
Let's welcome today's guest. We have Dr. Kristen McGrew with Baptist Behavioral Health Clinic. You're here. We're talking about the holiday blues.
For a lot of people, the holidays are just not so jolly.
No, it is so true.
Lots of stressors, finances, grief, depression, anxiety. They all come wrapped up with some nice, pretty bows this time of year.
Goodness. Okay, we'll talk all about that here soon. I'm back with Dr. Kristen McGrew with Baptist Health Behavioral Clinic. Talk about how to handle emotional challenges some people face during the holidays. This is not always a happy time for everybody.
No, for a lot of people, it's really not the happiest time of the year. So many stressors. Finances comes to mind. People feel pressured. They have to buy a lot of gifts. People are forced to be in situations or go to events with family members or relationships that really aren't that good. And I mean, just grief, loss, feeling lonely this time of year. And from our weather, seasonal affective disorder too can play a part in all of that.
Sure. Well, let's back up to, I actually just had a friend who texted me and she was like, oh, Ansley, like, I feel like I have to buy presents for all of my coworkers. And I was like, why do we put such a pressure that we have to give to everybody who surrounds us every day?
Well, I think social media does play a part in that. So whoever wins that promotion, well, you know, you can avoid that. But you see everyone else. You see the edited version of people's lives and how much they can give others. And people feel pressured to take out credit cards and spend way above their means on when they could go, you know, and bake a plate of cookies and share them at the office and really do things that take effort and not so much money.
I love that. Cookies and a nice card.
Right.
I think that's what my coworkers will be getting this year.
Good plan.
Yeah, right?
Good plan.
So also being with family members that you may not necessarily get along with too.
Strained relationships. I think people are under the impression that just because you're related, you have to spend the holidays with them. I encourage you, love people from a distance. If you know that that is the one thing you dread and it makes the holidays unbearable for you, avoid those situations if you can. Love them, send them good tidings, but don't feel like you have to be in the same room with them for long periods of time. Short and sweet may be the key.
And I know people too, there's people hates the small talk thing too, and they feel like they have to make that small talk with their family members as well.
Right. If you know you have social anxiety, don't torture yourself. Don't put yourself in those positions. Keep your gatherings small and intimate, and that's perfectly acceptable. There's no right way to Christmas.
And lastly, the feelings of being around people who may not be there anymore, the loss, the grief.
Grief and loss. You know, there are big shout out to our local churches. They're doing a lot this year to help with the grieving. They have support groups, they have candlelight vigil services, they have things like that that are really making people that are all by themselves this Christmas feel included. So reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, and know that you don't have to grieve alone. Grieve with your family. It's totally okay, and it's normal to miss these people.
Do you have any last survivor tips to get through the holidays for those?
Survivor tips. Yes. Do not feel pressured to spend lots of money. People would rather have your presents than your presents. So don't feel like you have to go overboard. Make an effort. Like I said, cookies, small things that may take, you know, an hour out of your day instead of a chunk out of your pocketbook.
Well, Dr. McGrew, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And you can contact Dr. McGrew by email, which is ktmcgrew@practice-plus.com.